The best way to combat this and protect yourself for the future is to be so good that they can't ignore you.
Welcome to the Strategy with Jason podcast. Tune in for everything you need to know to stay in the know regarding the automotive industry. Here's your host, Jason Harris.
There's one element called the OEM.
No.
That's going to add to the whole, what are we going to do here? And you know, we heard it at the beginning of the weekend with Brian, and I agree. And I don't know if you saw the headlines this morning. Mercedes already kind of put the gauntlet down this morning by saying in Europe, your delivery points now. And so all I was saying is saying what Ryan was saying is if we're not good at the process part, they're taking the other stuff away. They don't want you negotiating. They don't want you in the box. They want it to be an iPad. They want all of those elements to come in. And here's the good part to that. That will keep rolling if supply doesn't come. Mm-hmm. But here's, I think, the wild card. There's no OPEC in automotive. Now, some of them think there is, without any names and brands and CEOs mentioned.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But then there's other CEOs in the world, in the East, that realize this is their market share opportunity they've been waiting for their whole lives, and they're going to build a lot of cars in Q4. And I've been saying for a while, if you have 10 Palisades on your lot, and the Ford dealer has no Explorers on their lot, but you have to order the Explorer, but you got 10 Palisades ready to roll, okay, those 10 are going to disappear before the order of... So that is the no OPEC in automotive I'm referring to. So I predict that you're going to start getting volume back from some OEMs. That's going to chase other OEMs to start building ahead of an order for stock. Remember that? You'd build for stock and you'd wholesale those cars, and that's what gave all those OEM reps something to do, was to really manage that. I think there is some of that coming back because I do think some OEMs believe in that model more than ever before. And so I do think those are some of the dynamics we have to watch, that the OEM is going to be making you do these things to become and continue to be a relevant point for them.
Yeah, that is a whole podcast topic, I think, literally in itself, and I absolutely love it. But I'd love to kind of get your guys' thought on this. The potential of OEMs really taking their dealer body and turning them just into delivery points. We're seeing it happen. There's definitely a lot of chat about it. I'd love to kind of get your guys' thoughts of how that would affect a dealer. Tiffany, I'll start with you, and Ron, I see the same.
Well, I think that it's certainly possible. It's obviously happening in Europe already. So if it does happen, how does it affect the dealership? I think that we're going to have to, our sales floors are going to be a lot smaller. We're going to have to look a lot more at service if that happens. Focus a lot more on that customer experience that I think it is usually ignored. And we're going to have to kind of get rid of the idea of the traditional salesperson that they have now, right? Where they're not really going to exist anymore. They're going to be product specialists, client advisors. They're going to be what I think we're used to in BDC agents, but not outbound focused, more order taker focused, right? It's going to be like shopping for furniture.
Exactly.
We go into a showroom. I like that couch. That's the one I want. I want it in this color, that fabric, this depth, and ship it to me in however many months it takes to get it.
And I think the important part is that the proactive dealers out there that are watching, listening right now, is that you don't want to just stick your fingers in your ears and go, la, 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 not listening to this, but at least start having the conversation of what that would look like to your operations. You know, I would rather kind of have an oh shit plan sitting in my desk, go like, okay, I guess my OEM is doing this. Let me pull out that plan we put together and figure out what we're doing next. But Ryan, I'd love to get your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely you need to prepare for this. We've seen what happened in Europe. We've seen the OEMs trying to bifurcate the type of vehicle that's being sold and trying to go direct. And why are they doing that? Because they feel that obviously the value that the dealer is providing is not there, right? And for whatever reason, right? But it doesn't really matter because I can see you.
I got a good answer.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because either way, I need to be working on my customer experience. So for sure, if the best way to combat this and protect yourself for the future is to be so good that they can't ignore you, right? And even if they don't do that, even if the OEMs don't, end up coming in and doing that, you still should be doing that. So it's not an either-or scenario here, but it's all the more reason that you should fear that, and it should light a fire for you to really provide the best experience to your customers in the world.
Thanks for tuning in to the Strategy with Jason podcast with your host, Jason Harris. Don't want to miss new content? Be sure to check out the full podcast library at strategywithjason.com to stay in the know. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy podcasting.